Well, happy day, everybody. It's Dr. Hank from Agent Wealth Network. And you know what we do here? We help you as agents and brokers to increase your business and increase your wealth. And today we have just an amazing real estate guru. His name is Brian Stevens. He's from the Frank and Brian show, if you know that. There's thousands. He does it almost every day. That thousands of people are on it. And what he does this modern, advanced social trading on the modern way to market in order to get leads. In fact, in the last year, Brian has gotten over 17,000 real estate leads, and then he helps you to also learn how to convert those leads. So great, happy day to you, Brian, and how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm fantastic, thank you, and I thank you so much for being on our show today. And tell me, where do we start with? How do you get 17,000 leads? I mean, I don't know people that sometimes get 17 leads in a whole year. And so, can you tell us some of your secrets on what do you do in order to grow your business?
Yeah, well, actually, 17,000 leads that's just what one person, Greg Peckman, did over the course of the past 12 months. My system, Listing Booster, generates north of 350,000 leads a month. So, yeah, but that's through helping, various real estate agents and loan officers around the country. We have a pretty robust group of people who are using our systems right now. The key is this. There's a couple of things here. First of all, with any product, I'll take a large approach on this and narrow it down. With any product, the first 2 weeks of that product is vital. I don't care what it is. The first 2 weeks for a real estate agent or a mortgage lender is going to be the make or break time. Because in those first couple of weeks, you're either going to understand that product, be able to answer any questions regarding the use of that product, and be able to implement whatever you're supposed to. If you don't have it done in the first couple of weeks, you're never going to get back around to it. And that's just what it is. You're never going to get more enthusiastic than the moment that you bought it. So, everything that you buy comes with an owner's manual, and you really need to take that approach with technology and do the deep dive to really figure out how it works. Okay. Now, what we do with my marketing is, and we have a number of different products. You're speaking about Listing Booster, I presume.
Yes.
Everything that we have has lead capture on it. So, for instance, in a conversation a real estate agent might have with their client or with a potential client, you should always have a call to action. If you're having any form of communication, you should always have a call to action at the end of that communication. By the way, I sell real estate for a living. It's still a great time to buy, and I can negotiate a great deal for you right now. If you know anybody who should buy a house, not can or is, but should buy a house, if they are buying a house, they've already got an agent, but should buy a house, it gets you thinking, okay, my Uncle Cletus over there in Kentucky, boy, he's a good welder. He should buy a house. Yeah. You should always have a call to action. The same thing goes with your marketing pieces. All of your marketing tools should have some form of lead capture to where it's very easy to compel the person into an That's what a lead is. So we don't know if it's the right time to buy, if the person has a need for it, if you're speaking with a decision maker. So all of our marketing pieces have something to do with a person's interest in a property. Now, if they are looking at properties, we could presume that they are interested. And what a great marketing tool does is it's going to capture that information so it puts the real estate agent and that potential buyer or seller that's going to put them in the middle of that conversation.
I see. So tell me a little about, so you call it Listing Booster, and so how does that play out, and how do you do that? How did you create this, and where does it get it? What markets can we do? How do I contact you? All of those things. Where do I start?
Yeah, all you'd have to do is go to listingbooster.com, or better yet, for real estate agents, go to keyboom.tv. That's KEYBOOM.tv. Okay. And for real estate agents, the cost at keyboom.tv, it's like $29 or $39 a month. It's inconsequential. So what we do is we have a relationship with about 810 of the 830 or so multiple listing systems in the country. We also have direct feeds from the Realogy brands, from Keller Williams, and from Remax. So we have a great cross-pollination to get most listings in the country. So what happens is when you work with us and you upload your property to your multiple listing system, Keyboom is going to go ahead and identify that property as being yours. It's going to pull it out and create a number of different marketing pieces, which is going to be your single property websites, your virtual tours. That's also going to assign a text code to each one of your listings. So you can use that on sign writers where, say to tour this house, text C123 to a certain number, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And of course, everything is shareable over, all the social sites where people engage. So
Okay.
a great strategy, let me tell you, a bad strategy
Yeah.
is sharing a single property website on Facebook. That's a bad strategy.
Wow.
It's bad because nobody is going to engage you. Nobody is going to call you. Nobody has ever called you from a single property website. The only thing you're accomplishing is pissing off Facebook because you're having somebody click on a link which is going to take them outside of that ecosystem. So we're accomplishing nothing good there. Now,
wow.
yeah, when your property is up there and you're showing it and somebody's looking at it for a couple of seconds, your marketing is working for you. And as soon as they click off of that property and they go home and talk to their neighbors and they say, I saw this really nice house on Facebook, and I was thinking maybe I want to live over there. And the neighbor says, well, you need to call Sally, my real estate agent. Well, now Sally's marketing just trumped your marketing. Your marketing was a single property website that they don't know if they want to buy, so they don't want to ask something of you, all the while knowing that they're not going to give anything in return. We, as animals, deal with this whole notion of reciprocity.
Right.
So now, a couple of things that would be better marketing is if you had that house and said, would you like more information? Text C123 to a given number. Yeah. That's better because now I can view it on my time. But it's good for the agent because it's going to capture that person's phone number. Now, what we do with our single property websites is we won't let a consumer see it unless they give us their information. So when they click on Facebook, they click on a key boom or a listing booster single property website, it'll black the screen out and it will say, to view this property, please sign in through Facebook. And at that point, they simply have to click a button. So that would be a case of good marketing. Okay.
Yes,
so now we may not get 500 people to look at the property, but would you rather have 500 people look at it where 2 engage? Or would you rather have 50 people look at it where you get all of the information on everybody?
Yeah.
I'm taking the 50 every time.
You bet.
But that's only good marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Great marketing is making use of Facebook groups. So an example that I have is I live in a town called Vacaville, which literally translates to Cowtown. I live in Cowtown. Some people live in a Cowtown. I live in the Cowtown. So now, and we're about 100,000 people. So there's a Vacaville crime and community group, private group on Facebook.
Yeah. And
they have 26,000 people in there. So you have 1/4 of the entire population of Vacaville in one group. Now let's take out the people under the age of 21 who are in there, and over the age of 65 who are in there. People who generally aren't buying homes. Yeah. And you're literally looking at about half of my community is on this one site. Oh. Now a great marketing tool would be to put my listing in that group, provided whoever the administrator of that group is going to allow me to do it. Now, if I put my listing in front of 26,000 people with lead capture on it for everybody, it's not a matter of if somebody is going to click on my property. The real question is how many people are going to click on my property. And what I can tell you is if I put that in the Vacaville Crime and Community, I'm going to get 50 to 150 leads from there.
My goodness. Now, can you help us with, let's say, a major market? What would be some good groups to join? Because I know that we also have like conversion as a real good lead system, and that's one of the keys also is on these groups. So can you help us a little on me being an agent, what type of groups should I join? Let's say I'm in Dallas, Fort Worth. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
We got a little. We had a little glitch in the matrix there. Okay. So good group. Okay. So well, marketing in general is best when you're doing what other people are not doing. And in real estate and lending, we can get so caught up in doing whatever the latest craze is. and everybody goes in the same direction. But understand, when you're going in the same direction as everybody else, your message or your ability to influence gets diluted because there's a million people screaming the same thing.
Yes.
So the knee jerk would be, well, go join real estate groups. Well, of course, go join real estate groups. Why not?
Yeah.
But you're going to be one of hundreds or thousands, depending on the size of your community. Again,
Right.
you have a harder time standing out.
Yeah.
I generally tell people to join groups and do the things that they like to do. So, for example, my Vacaville Crime and Community, nobody lists real estate in there. Nobody does. So when I list in there, I have a disproportionate advantage or benefit from that action. Go join mom groups, things like that. Go join, the garage sale groups are great. The swap meet groups are great. If you have hobbies, join your if you're into surfing, join a surfing one. If you're into horse riding, join a horse riding one. If you're into guns, join a gun one. And it's okay to talk about what you do, provided that you're bringing value to the groups. See, because my thing is this: if your marketing is fun, you will default to doing it. If your marketing is horrifying and it's the baton death march for you, it's a matter of time before you quit doing it. So join the groups that you like, engage those groups on a regular basis so people get to know, like, and trust you. And then if you have a listing that comes up, share it with a group. Say, hey, I'm Brian Stevens. Hey, you probably know me from my posting from this last week or the week before. Yeah. Well, I happen to be a real estate agent. I got this really fantastic listing I wanted to share with people in this group, and give all the descriptive reasons why it's a great listing and why you're posting it in the group. And as a real estate agent, as a true professional, not a collegiate, but a professional agent, you should have the talking points to compel people on the property that you have listed. It could be through amenities, it could be through price, it could be through location, but there's always a tie-in there. So again, join the groups that you think you would otherwise enjoy, and then certainly go ahead and post there.
I just love this because, first of all, it's do what you like to do, because people can really tell whether or not you're liking it, whether or not you're into it. And then the other thing is this fun marketing, and I like that. Now, in the group, is there a percentage of how many, like, I do business and then how many I do about whatever the group is about? Do you have any recommendations on that? Like,
you should be a part of multiple groups. So what you don't want to do is become a spammer, okay? So, if you're using a group simply to promote yourself, your business, and your listings, it's going to become evident very quickly and you're going to get kicked out. So if you have a listing for a group, put it up there and even say, hey, I'm not going to do this on a regular basis here, guys, but I just wanted to share this with you. And if you have that once a month, once every few weeks, that's not a big deal. But here's the thing. Your average real estate agent is closing less than one side of a transaction per quarter. Okay, so most real estate agents are not closing a lot of business. Here's another one for you. In Los Angeles County alone, they have 11,750 listings, and they have 11,750 agents and 4,500 listings. So do the math on that. And there's a few agents who have most of those listings, which is leaving breadcrumbs for everybody else. Your average agent, when they get a listing, it's like having a kid. It's new, it's special, it's shiny, it's wonderful, it smells good. Oh my God, I got a listing. So in that case, you can post it in different spots. If you happen to be a fortunate agent who has 2, 3, 4, 5 listings, then you're going to need to be a little bit more judicious about where and when you post.
Okay. And then I want to, but at the same time, I need to post stuff about, if it's a surfing group, things about surfing. I mean, is there, like, I should do at least 4 on what I guess I would call a personal post, and then maybe 1 professional, or how does that work?
Well, I think what you're talking about right now is how to stay out of Facebook's jail. And So let's what does Facebook want? Facebook wants you to stay in their ecosystem. Let's say, what does Facebook want? They want more money, they want more viewers, and they want you spending more time there. That's it. That's what every company wants, okay?
Right.
They want more money, they want more people, they want you using their stuff more, okay? So when you post a link, okay? So a link from YouTube, a link to your listing, you're actually taking somebody who was on Facebook because a new tab opens up, and you're pulling them off of Facebook. And if you are somebody who posts link, you're going to go to Facebook jail. Okay.
Yeah.
So, the rule of thumb is I've heard 3 to 1, I've heard 5 to 1.
Okay. Yeah.
So you want to do 3 to 5 posts that keep people in Facebook's ecosystem. And
Got
then,
it.
and then, occasionally you could throw a link in there and get away with it.
Yeah.
But you cannot just post links. That's
Yeah.
uh
Yeah.
that's not going to be good.
Yeah, in fact, I experience that. I do encouragement from Dr. Hank every week, and I send it out on Sunday, and it just is uplifting. And I've been doing a YouTube. It's been a YouTube, and I put it on Facebook, and I get maybe 1 or 2 likes. But that's it. And it's like I found out Facebook actually kills that, and they don't want it because I've taken them away. And then when I do live, though, Facebook Live, the video, that I get, I don't know, a couple hundred likes. And so that's exactly what you're sharing with, that you got to stay within the ecosystem on that. So that's great. And then any other things about Facebook groups that might be helpful for us?
Always look at what's unique about your property.
Okay.
You probably heard people who use our strategies, and they're pretty common knowledge at this point. But
Yeah.
if you have a house that's maybe on acreage that has horse stables,
Yeah.
you're going to want to go look into equestrian groups. And because equestrian groups, they're going to talk about hooves, saddles, pants, rodeos, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But they're not looking at those groups necessarily to sell real estate. Again, so when you put your property up there, it's going to be the only one on that site, so you're going to get a disproportionate marketing advantage.
Yeah.
Okay? And
Fantastic.
further, what you could do from there is if you have people engage you, kind of, be a little sneaky about it, maybe have another real estate agent say, hey, tell me about your property, and start asking you questions in the horse group. And then what you do is you establish yourself as an expert in that area. So when anybody who's in that group is deciding to sell a house, they're going to think of you before other people.
Wow.
And again, you're going to find some. There's a good chance you get your buyer there, and you could become an expert in the same breath.
That's awesome. That's just great. And so let's see. So that's listings, and basically, can you that listing booster provides so I need to have a listing first in order to use listing booster. Is that correct?
Correct.
And am I getting buyers then, or am I getting listings?
Okay. Well, there's actually a couple of things. So if you're an agent right now and you don't have any listings, you can Listing Booster allows you to co-brand with another agent in your office. So maybe you have somebody who's a listing agent and they don't want to work with buyers. Well, what you could do is you could market their properties, the leads will come to you, and then you can figure out some type of revenue split, which is customary in most offices.
Sure.
Or maybe there's not one. I don't know. It just depends on who you're dealing with.
Yeah,
some agents will want a pound of flesh. Maybe other ones say, well, I don't care, just go ahead and take them.
Right.
But you can certainly go ahead and do that. Now, here's the interesting part. So, you have somebody like Greg Peckman who generated 17,000 leads over the course of a year. He's not going to call all those people. So you have to have some type of drip system. But here's the other problem. Greg Peckman is a lender. He's not a real estate agent.
Oh, okay.
Fouled up when they just think of the short game. Well, what do you mean you don't want to buy a house right now? Don't you understand? I need you to buy a house right now. I got my lease on my Jaguar is up and it's $800. You better buy the house now because I need it now, right?
You're too good,
and
Brian.
What happens is you might have somebody who qualifies, who has a need, and is a decision maker, but it's not the right time for them.
Yeah.
And so what we do in sales, and this is foolish, is we dismiss that person as a bad lead.
Yeah.
Oh, and I hear it, excuse me for being vulgar for a minute, but I hear this from agents all the time. That's a shitty lead. That's a shitty lead. No, it's not, though. It's not. Because somebody doesn't do something when you want them to, doesn't make it a bad lead.
Right.
So what we do is we have to, the buying cycle for a property, between the time somebody thinks about buying a house and actually pulls the trigger on that, could be upwards of 12, 14, 15 months.
Right.
So it's incumbent upon you to stay in front of that person. But here's, like with Listing Booster, here's the real advantage for real estate agents, more so than lenders.
Wow.
So you may get somebody who inquires on your property, and you call them up and say, hi, my name's Brian Stevens over here with ABC Real Estate, and I noticed you were looking at one of my properties that I had posted on Facebook, and I was wondering if you had any questions about it.
Yeah.
What you'll get from a real estate agent, which is better than what a lender gets, is, no, I'm not ready to buy right now. I haven't even listed my house yet.
Hmm.
Oh, really? You haven't listened? Well, yeah, I'll be darned. You know what I do really good is I put signs in yards better than anybody. So, so
Yeah,
you know, there's two opportunities for agents. There is when you
right.
have that person who is a longer cycle to where they get to where they need a loan. You know,
Yes.
you can have a listing, you can have a sale, and you can have another sale. So you're looking at upwards of three transactions
Oh my
if you catch somebody early enough in the whole buying process and cycle.
Yeah, yeah, fantastic. Um, anything else on social media now that we should know about? Because I do want to move over to, I know you're a video expert also, and wanted to talk about how to market that. But anything else that so Listing Booster is a way to get listings and buyers, and where is the drip campaign coming from? Do you use like conversion for that, or do you have any recommendations on what's a good way to do drip campaigns?
No, not really. You know,
Okay,
if you have a CRM that's working for you, there's a dozen of them out there. You know,
sure.
Big Purple Dot seems to be one that a lot of agents like. But Listing Booster integrates with all of them. So
Okay,
if you're using a CRM, it integrates. Um, what you said just a moment ago, though, is you know, yeah, I do videos. So primarily, is I
yeah,
going back to, is there anything else that you can do on Facebook that's going to be good marketing for you? As you
yeah,
said a moment ago, you said, well, you know, I might get 2 likes, and then I do a Facebook Live video and I get 200 likes. Well, there's a reason for that. Facebook
uh-huh.
wants you to go live on video. Live is the
Oh,
best video that you can do. Live Facebook videos is the best. Facebook will love you to death if you go live on video. But
got it.
again, marketing without a means or way to compel a person to connect with you
Hmm.
is pointless. So
Yeah,
there is a workaround for that, and this is interesting. So if you go to it's called camera effects. So if you were to go and Google on Facebook, Facebook camera effects platform, camera
okay,
effects platform. Okay.
got it.
Now,
Uh-huh.
if you go there, what you can do is it basically allows you to edit your Facebook posts at like a pre-production, not a post-production on your Facebook Live videos. So
Wow.
pre-production is really great. So you can go ahead
Oh,
and add visuals, you can add pictures, or you could add, here's a real good one, text codes. Text
wow.
codes. Text codes is the best and most cutting edge form of marketing you can do on Facebook, and also, by the way, dare I mention, the most beneficial.
I
So,
noticed
look,
you do that. You do
oh
that in your
yes,
marketing. Yeah. How do
yeah.
you do that? How do you do a text? How do you do a text code?
Okay, so you again, it's through a site called Camera Effects Platform. It's on
Oh, okay.
Facebook. Yeah,
Okay.
so you use that, and then you can add whatever text that you're looking for there. But what you need to do, there's a site called Pre-App Agent. It's PREAPP agent, AGENT.com. And
Okay.
for like 29 bucks, you get a really cool mobile solution for you as an agent. But one thing that you get is it's a cloud-based uh, texting platform. So you get your own code. So like you could have Dr. Hank, okay, and if you had Dr. Hank, and then you would text a number to Dr. Hank, and then you would be able to deliver people information. So if
Oh,
somebody wants to get an idea of what it looks like, you could go ahead. So for an agent right now, if you're watching this, you want
yeah.
to text the term Keyboom, KEYBOOM, to 33655. And that'll give you an example of what it does. Now, here's the
Wow.
cool part. As a real estate agent, let's say that you have a question to compel people. So you're going to go live on Facebook. But
Yeah.
now on your live feed, it says underneath you or on the side of you, it says, would you like Sally's top 5 tips to get prepared to buy a house? Text Sally to whatever the number. Now you have that up
Wow.
there the whole time. And so as people are watching you, they always want to know what's behind the curtain. So as people are watching you, they're texting this, and everybody who does this, it's generating leads for you because you're capturing their information and they're getting the content that they were looking for. Dr. Hank, I'm going to tell you a story. I just went to Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. I
Yeah.
did a live Facebook with a gal named Monica. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and I did that from 2 to 3 o'clock, and then I jumped a plane which is like an hour flight. And by the time I landed, she had picked up a buyer for $500,000. Already had him pre-approved. Already had him pre-approved. Now, the cool part is I immediately there went and I did a Facebook Live in Phoenix, like 20 minutes later, and with a gentleman named John. I can't remember the name of the company. It's with my friend Linda Hall. But he picked up a listing in Phoenix from the live. So 2 in a row, I got a $500,000 buyer, and a listing from an hour and a half of work.
Oh,
so
my God.
It's extraordinary because it puts you in front of a lot of people. And like I said, agents, nobody else in the country is doing this. Nobody. So we would certainly love to help you out with that stuff. And by the way, if you did text Keyboom to 33655, don't worry about contacting me. I already captured your information. I'm contacting you. And as you know, because you guys watch Dr. Hank, Dr. Hank is one of the best marketers, and what you have to check out is Dr. Hank's webinar. So isn't it Doctor? Yeah. Is it Doc Hank?
Yeah.
It's Doc Hank. Oh, it's right behind you.
Doc Hank.
There it is. Great stuff. Does great stuff.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. This is just amazing. So tell me a little bit more on, you really have captured an angle that I've never heard of before in marketing, and so successful. And, getting a $500,000 deal and then a listing, in an hour and a half, it's really incredible. So anything else about video? And so you talk to us about go to Facebook, camera effects platform, and then also the preappagent.com. Anything else we should know about video, or any other things that you want to share with us on how to get more leads, Brian?
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. I've been coming at, you're getting a drink from the hose, but you didn't realize that you're getting a drink from, a fire hose. Yeah. So I know I've been rattling a lot of stuff off here, and a lot of agents right now are going, oh my God, this is too much. It's overwhelming. Yeah. And, here's the thing, guys. Here's really what it comes down to. Yeah. People like me and Dr. Hank, I have fun at work every day. I do. I don't shoot a video unless it cracks me up. I am not kidding. So, and I shoot a video every day, and I've done it for 11 years. I've had 250 million views. And I talk about boring stuff. I talk about real estate lending, right? So here's the thing. Here's the thing. First of all, it's not about your market and your marketing right now as a real estate agent. It's not about shooting a video. It's about shooting videos, okay? Now, half the reason we don't do it or we push it off is we bring our own insecurities to the table.
Yeah.
I don't look that way,
Right.
Well, you do. The camera does not put 10 pounds on anybody. It doesn't change your voice. We all sound that annoying to ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all look like what we look at. But here's the deal, guys. It's okay because your family and friends like you just the way you are.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is just shoot video. What do you talk about? Talk about things that you find valuable, entertaining, or enriching. Because people like you for who you are, so things that you find valuable, entertaining, and enriching is going to appeal to a certain audience. Those are like-minded people, and who do we want to work with after all? I don't want to sell houses to people I can't stand or who can't stand me.
Right.
So if you're a dog person, talk about dogs.
Sure.
If you're into plants, talk about plants. I know a gal up in Portland, Oregon. She's really into taking pictures of birds. And at first I thought, well, whatever. And I find myself after 6 months, I'm going, my God, how many different colored birds are there in Portland, Oregon? And by the way, her pictures are beautiful. I actually went out of the way and said, Katie, I'm like, you're extraordinary at this.
Oh.
And what I found is it gets her business. Like-minded people start looking at it. In fact, true story, I want to go buy a camera to take pictures of birds. If you go hiking or backpacking, it's hiking is it gives you something to do. I mean, how many different species of animals could you catalog? I think that sounds fun. Maybe not everybody, but to me it does.
Sure.
So when you're shooting videos, guys, the content are things that you find valuable, entertaining, and enriching. Provided you always have a call to action at the end of every one of your videos. Like I said, talk about the dog park, talk about whatever. But at the end of every video, say, hey, forward this on to anybody you know who might be interested. And my name's Brian Stevens, and I can negotiate one hell of a deal for you on real estate. So give me a call if you're thinking about buying or selling. Okay?
Wow.
That's
Wow.
your video. Very, very simple. And you need to start shooting videos now because this is the direction of our market. And it's okay to be you. You've
Yeah.
never watched seriously, Dr. Hank, have you ever
Yep.
saw somebody do a video and after that video you're like, my God, I hate that person now. I liked them a moment ago, but after that really bad video, I think I'm going to hate them. It's never happened. It's never happened.
Yeah.
If you see somebody do a really bad video, Dr. Hank, the worst thing you're
Yeah.
gonna want to do is like I'm gonna be like, I want to go hug you. Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's
I
okay if
feel
your
for
videos,
you.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
The
okay if
other,
your videos are less than perfect. And
yeah,
the last point about video, I'll tell you, is
sure.
understand
Yeah,
every video you're shooting is going to be the worst video that you shoot. Because every time you do a video, you're going to get a little bit better.
yeah,
So
yeah.
be okay with what you're doing. It's just about, I mean, look at me. My God, I'm a middle-aged, spongy white guy with stringy hair. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Nobody's ever accused me and Dr. Hank of being George Clooney and Brad Pitt, have they? Nobody has ever said, my God, you two are dead ringers for those guys in that Ocean 11 movie. It's never happened.
Oh my God,
And
my
yet
God.
we can do it. So if
Yeah.
we can do it, certainly you can do it.
Oh, that's great, Brian. I just love that. And it's so encouraging and uplifting. And I love this idea too about how to, enrich people's lives and at the same
Sure.
time to have fun and, the way that we're having fun right now, that it's just great. And,
Yeah.
and so, with the video, I think another thing that people have is that they're afraid to like make a mistake or forget something or whatever. And it's like, hey, we all do, and and if you pause, like people, if they're thinking and they're pausing, that people get real nervous about that. And oh, it looks like I'm slow or whatever. No, people look at you like, hey, you're really taking this serious. You really want to take the time to make sure you find the right words and the right thoughts, for your message. So it's really all okay. And like you say, none of us have ever seen a video where we say, oh, that's that person, I hate that person. And if we
Yeah.
do see a person that, looks maybe like us, they come up and they feel sorry for us. Johnny Fowler's
Yes.
a good one on that too. He says this.
Right. He's a gorilla. He looks like a gorilla. He's like, I found Sasquatch. He lives in Houston.
He said, I told him, hey, you're just beautiful looking, Johnny. And he goes, hold on. Only my wife and my mom tell me that. So you're the third person in the world to tell me.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it really is. It's just about it's about getting off our butts and taking what Chad Prio says is imperfect action, which is such a great
yeah.
quote.
Uh,
Just let's get over it. You're never going to shoot a perfect video. I've
yeah.
actually thought, and I'll tell you this too, is I've shot because like I said, I've done videos every day for 11 years, over a decade,
Wow.
and I've put some videos together that I thought, boy, these ones are really great. Someone's going to love this, and it didn't do great on views. And then I've put together some videos that I thought, boy, this is kind of we tell
Yeah.
ourselves stories in lending and in real estate. We tell ourselves stories.
Yeah.
Oh, this person doesn't want me to call him because I've called him before, and now I'm just bugging them. Well, you don't know that. You don't know that.
Right.
That person could be busy dealing with 50 million different things. You don't know that. And we
Yeah.
do the same thing. We tell ourselves stories with our videos. Like I said, oh, this message isn't going to work. Oh, people are gonna mock it. People are gonna make fun of it. The people are
Yeah.
going to mock me. I look bad. I sound bad. No, they're
Right.
not.
Yeah.
They're just not going to do that. I mean, think of yourself. That's what most people are. And I'll tell you this: if somebody did criticize you, truly criticize you in a mean fashion, in a vicious
Yeah.
fashion,
Okay.
that doesn't speak to you.